first got introduced because my parents both played and loved the game. And when I was in high school, they played so often that I promised myself I would never learn how to play bridge because it took so much of their time away from me. But when I got to college, the inevitable happened. We started with hearts, we graduated to pinochle, and then finally on to the ultimate game, bridge. We were terrible, but by the time I left college, I was playing in the intercollegiates, and I had friends in the student union that played at lunch and stuff, and I was hooked. I went 3 years and never went back, and I was a bridge player by then. It's always evolving, and no matter how many hands you play, you can never get perfect. The idea of playing a perfect session is great, and I've come close a couple of times. I was a relatively new player when I got to start playing with Barry, which was a dream for me because he was larger than life. He was the #1 master point holder. He won all these tournaments. He was a star in another world in Hollywood, and I watched him, I kibitzed him, eventually got to play on a Swiss team as his teammate, and when he got angry with his partner, he said, "Okay, you're playing with me tonight." So I was scared, but it was the beginning of a very successful partnership, and we did a lot of winning. It was quite an experience playing with Barry. I don't think that I'm a brilliant player. I've had a few hands written up. In fact, one was with him, and I opened the bidding a heart and went pass, and Barry bid a no trump, and it went double on my right. I had a very good hand with the king, queen, third of spades and the ace, queen, seventh of hearts, and a couple of kings on the side. I bid 4 hearts, and it went pass, and it went pass. My right-hand opponent, who hadn't heard the bidding too well, bid 2 spades. Well, that's insufficient in bridge. You're not allowed to do that, but I have another opportunity to describe my hand, so I said double, rather than going back to 4 hearts. So I showed a 4-heart bid with a hand that could double 2 spades. And we defended brilliantly to beat it one trick and get a top across the whole room. And that was one of my favorite bridge hands, but I don't think I did anything brilliant on it. It's just given me the best opportunity to see places I never would have gone to. I've been to Australia, to South America, to Europe a few times, and Asia. And I'm not a great sightseer, but I see a little bit of every city we go to. Whoever gets this opportunity to travel, and if you're representing the country, you get your way paid, so that's even better. When I began, I read everything I could. Of course, there's a lot more literature now, but I used to love to read the Marshall Miles' How to Win at Duplicate Bridge, and Terrence Reese books, and Clyde Love on squeezes, Hugh Kelsey on defense, Mike Lawrence is good. There is so much good literature, and always try to play with a player better than you are. You'll learn faster that way.